Muy buenos días, mis queridos estudiantes. Good morning and welcome. Bienvenidos a esta clase. Welcome to today's class. I am really happy to start a new day. Permítanme explicarles qué es lo que vamos a aprender en esta unit number 2. So for that, I'm going to share you my screen and here we go. Remember, pay attention and focus on all the activity that we're going to start learning in this unit number 2. Okay? Please pay attention, and here we go. Okay, so take a look, unit number 2. During this unit, we are going to talk about travel and tourism. Travel and tourism, that's going to be the topic for this unit. First of all, we're going to talk about past holidays. Afterwards, the way that we can describe journeys. Then ask for information in a public place and write a travel blog. Yes, let's start from the very beginning and here you go. Don't you forget, before we start, my dear students, I need you to remember the past simple or simple past. So how are we going to practice about the past simple? Let me put you now the example because we're going to remember the past tense for some verbs. So let's get ready because here we go. Okay, so we are going to practice about the past tense in the next activity. Okay, the first thing that we have to do is identify the past tense of the next verbs. As for example, we have sing, sang, drink, drank, press, pressed, charge, charged, wake, woke, exercise, exercised. Okay, so there you go. You need to identify the verb. Before six, she. Before six, she
woke up.
woke up. You will have the verb sing.
Last night she
Last night, she
sang a song.
sang a song. The next one.
Earlier today he
Earlier today, he
heard a noise.
heard a noise.
Yesterday he
Yesterday, he
gave her a gift. This
pressed.
morning I pressed a button.
Take a look. Drink.
After running she drank water. Last week they exercised. Yesterday I charged my phone.
Excellent. So take a look. This is the way that you need to identify. She sang a song. He heard a noise. He gave her a gift. I pressed a button. She drank water. Last week they exercised. And then I charged my phone. Excellent. So we're going to carry on.
Last week she learned maths. Earlier she greeted guests. A moment ago she coughed. Yesterday they were happy. This morning he used his phone. Last night my phone rang. Last year she won a prize. Last week he lifted weights.
Okay, so my dear students, as you can see here, we have some verbs. Don't you forget, I'm going to give you the explanation for this. Don't you forget. We can, this, we can divide the verbs in two. Past verbs in regular verbs and irregular verbs. So what is the difference between regular and irregular verbs? Let's take a look at this. Okay, what is the difference between regular and irregular verbs? This is what we're going to check right now. Regular verbs, remember, are those verbs that in past you just need to add ed. For example, boil, boiled. Boil, boiled. Whisper, whispered. Whisper, whisper. Take a look. Throw. You're going to tell me, teacher, that is not regular. But take a look here, okay? Throw is an irregular verb. So what is the difference between regular and irregular verbs? In the case of irregular verbs, in past tense, we cannot add ed. We cannot say throwed. No, it's impossible to say throwed. It doesn't work like that. Throwed. In past tense, remember through. Throw, through. Throw, through. Yep, this is the way that it works. Throw, through, throw, through. So excellent, my dear students. That was the introduction that you did it very, very well. Let's get ready to carry on for the next part. So what are we going to do right now? Please focus on the next activity because we are going to read. We are going to read the story of a man that is called Yes Man. So I need your help to help me read. Yes Man changed my life. Here we go. Yes Man is the best book I've ever read. It's the true story of a year in the life of the author Danny Wallace. Before Danny Wallace became the Yes Man, his life was boring and felt old. So he decided to make things more exciting. He started saying yes to every question people asked him. And he did it for a whole year. From the day he started, it completely changed his life. And he had all kinds of adventures. It's a fantastic story. When I finished the book, I wanted to change my life like Danny Wallace. So I took some holiday from work and became a yes man for a week. This is what happened. Okay, as you can see, we are describing some stories, and here you go. We have became, that is an irregular verb, became. His life was boring. He decided, this is regular. He started, this is regular. And he did it irregular from the day he started, this is regular. It completely changed, regular. When I finished regular, I wanted regular, so I took irregular, became irregular, and finally happened regular. Okay, so my dear students, let's get ready because here we go. Let's identify that all the questions over here on We are going to read both day 1 and day 2, and then together we're going to identify these. So let's start with day 1. On day 1, we have to answer the next questions. Number 1, why did Richard go into the travel agents? Why did Richard go into the travel agents? Number 2, what holiday did he book? What holiday did he book? Number 3, did he book the kind of holiday he usually likes? And finally, when was his flight? So here we go. From the very beginning, why did Richard go into the travels agent? So let's read. I started on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I got my first question. I saw a poster in the window of a travels agent's. It said tired. Yes, I slept badly the night before, so I was tired. Under this, it said, do you need a holiday? Yes, definitely. So I went in. The travel agent asked me where I wanted to go. But before I could answer, she said, somewhere hot? I don't like hot weather, but I said yes. A beach holiday, maybe in Greece. I don't like the beach. I prefer cities, but I said yes. What kind of accommodation? A hotel or I hate hotels, but before she could continue, I said yes. 5 minutes later, everything was ready. My flight was the next day. Okay, let's identify then all the answers, all the questions, if they were right or not. Here we go. Number 1, why did Richard go into the travel agents? Remember, he saw a poster. He saw a poster. What kind of holiday did he book? Excellent. What holiday did he book? He booked a beach holiday. A beach holiday. Okay, that is number 2, a beach holiday. Let's carry on with number 3. Did he book the kind of holiday he usually likes? Did he book the kind of holiday he usually likes? No, because remember, he preferred cities. And finally, when was his flight? And the answer, it was the next morning, the next day. Okay, that is the first part. Part number 1, the next day, the next day. Let's carry on with day 2. Day 2, here we go. Why did Richard go to the beach? How was the weather? And what did he buy at the beach? Why did Richard go to the beach? How was the weather? What did he buy at the beach? What is he going to do on day 3? How does he feel about it? How does he feel about it? Okay, let's identify that. So here we go. Why did Richard go to the beach? Why did Richard go to the beach? Of course, we're gonna read this in the next part. I arrived at my hotel on the island of Zante at lunchtime. It was very, very hot. I just wanted to check in and unpack my suitcase. But the receptionist said, we have a minibus to the beach in 10 minutes. Do you want to go? You know the answer I gave her. It was about 40 degrees Celsius at the beach. Luckily, I brought suntan lotion. A man came towards me. Sunglasses, do you want sunglasses? I had some in my bag, but I said yes. 5 minutes later, another man came. Beautiful hat, sir. I tried not to look at him. 3 hours later, I had 2 pairs of sunglasses, 3 hats, a watch, and a woman's necklace. It was difficult to carry all my new things back to the minibus. I decided, no trips tomorrow, just rest. When I got back, the receptionist asked, did you like the beach? I didn't, but I said yes. Oh, there's a water skiing course tomorrow. Do you want me to book a place for you? I can swim very well and I don't like the sea. I wanted to cry. Okay, so my dear students, there you go, day number 2. All right, so let's move on. Let's carry on, my dear students, by checking and answering these questions. Number 1 says, why did Richard go to the beach? Obviously, because the receptionist said there was a trip to the beach. Yes, excellent. We have a mini bus to the beach. Do you want to go? Okay, there was a mini bus to the beach. Excellent. How was the weather? Of course, it was really hot. It was hot. Around 40 degrees Celsius, right? Around 40 degrees Celsius. Excellent. Let's carry on. What did he buy at the beach? Let's remember all the things that he bought at the beach. What did he buy at the beach? Okay, at the beach he had 2 pairs of sunglasses, 3 hats, a watch, and a woman necklace. So, sunglasses, a watch, necklace, hats, and sir. And finally, what is he going to do on day 3? How does he feel? You know, it's going to be like a water skiing course. A water skiing course. Okay, just to finish for today, talking about the past tense, we're going to identify and we're going to see if the next sentences are true or false about day 3. So, my dear students, here you go from number 1 to number 5. Listen to Richard describing day 3. And we're going to identify if these sentences are true or false. Number 1, the class began with a lesson before they went out to sea. Number 2, Richard felt fine when they went out on the boat. Number 3, he found it difficult to stand up on water skis. Number 4, he hated water skiing. And number 5, when he got back to the hotel, he went to bed. Okay, so let's listen and let's identify if these sentences are true or false. So here we go, and after this, we can finish. Listen carefully. Here we go.
Track 1.23. Day 3.
So, the next morning we started with some water skiing practice on the beach. First, they showed us how to stand up on the skis, and then how to fall off safely. The lesson took about an hour, and then we were ready to go out to sea. There were 5 other people in my group who were all very excited, but not me. I was really worried. The instructor looked at me and said, "Do you want to go first?" And then everyone looked at me. Oh, I felt sick, but I said yes. 10 seconds after I started, I fell over. I tried again, and I fell over again. Then the third time, something amazing suddenly happened. I didn't fall over, and I found out that I love water skiing. The 10 minutes in the water passed very quickly, and I didn't want to stop. When we got back to the hotel, the receptionist asked me, "So, did you enjoy the water skiing course?" I said yes, which, for the first time, was the truth. And then later on that evening, I had a drink in the bar with the other water skiers. I felt really happy. And that was when I realised I was enjoying being a yes man after all.
Excellent. So number one, the class began with a lesson before they went out to the scene. The answer is true. Excellent. This is true. Let's carry on. Number two, Richard felt fine when they went out to the boat. When without on the boat, the answer is false because he felt really scared. Number three, he found it difficult to stand up on the water skis. Of course, my dear students, because it was his first time doing this. Number four, he hated water skiing. At first, he felt kind of disgusted, but then he liked. So this is false because he loved. Number five, when he back to the hotel, he went to bed. This is false because remember, after that, he went to have a drink with some other people there. Okay, so excellent, my dear students. That was the introduction to unit number 2. As you can see, we are learning about the past tense, and it's really important to remember regular and irregular verbs. Okay, so thank you so much. That's going to be all for today.